Merry Christmas, Flosstube. My name is Alison.
I'm Jen.
And this is Flosstube number 15. It's been a while since our last video. Trying not to shake the table.
Oh, yeah.
We have a new setup.
We're in a new place. We're in my craft room today.
Yeah, new craft room.
Yeah.
So she recently redid it. So every time I come, she's still organizing and
I'm still putting things up. Like that thing over there is new. That little mini quilt.
Or that one?
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's not on the camera.
Recently. So,
anyways,
it is December the 23rd. It's the eve of Christmas Eve. So, Merry Christmas to the stitchers.
Merry Christmas.
For those who celebrate. Yeah. Happy Hanukkah, which was previously. And Happy
I can't
New
believe
Year.
it's December already. And
it's very
New
hard to
Year's.
believe. When was our last video? October?
2 months ago?
2 months ago? So, yeah, they're becoming few and far between, but we are still stitching.
Yeah.
So, we got lots to show you today. So, we're just going to jump right into it. So, we're going to start with finishes.
So, do you have anything that's...
I don't have fully finishes, any FFOs, but...
But you do have block finishes, right? On that one?
Would you consider that a finish, or is that a whip? It's more of a whip.
Okay.
So, I have only one finish.
Oh, right, I forgot about this. This is the big finish.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
On Instagram and Stitch Mania. So I was working on Courtney Collection Nightmare, and I'm done. I gotta stand up.
Oh, that looks so good.
I almost said vacuum. I didn't vacuum it. I didn't iron it.
That's okay. Obviously, you'll do that before you get it framed.
So here we go, all done. So I believe I started this in May. I definitely was stitching on it on our retreat.
Where McKenna put some stitches into it.
Yeah, McKenna put some stitches in it.
Where did she put? You remember?
Oh, somewhere in the depths of
the
foundation of the piece. So this was really fun to stitch. It is on 28 count Jublin in Twilight Mist, and I used DMC 839.
It looks really good. Like amazing.
So
what DMC?
DMC 939.
Okay.
That's what I did it on.
I like that color.
And I can't even see it in. So
yeah,
so it's like a navy. It's not quite black, but it's actually showing up pretty navy on the film.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And this fabric is
Twilight Mist from Joblin.
Nice. That's a perfect fabric for it.
Yeah, I was debating whether to use a mottled fabric, like a hand-dyed, or a plain, like a monotone. But
no, I think that works out.
That's what I chose.
You needed a big piece of fabric for that.
Yeah, a really big piece, and I used 28 count, which in hindsight I probably should have done 32, but for color,
that's perfect.
I was limited.
It wouldn't have made it that much smaller.
Yeah, maybe less than 3 inches?
Yeah, I don't know. I think...
So, it was really fun to stitch. I loved it. I really liked working on the one color, too.
You did?
I did. Because I brought it to work, and you could just start stitching right away. I brought it to a group stitching. It was easy.
That's funny, because my witch is in the air. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about one color stitching. I like changing colors, but having the same color is nice, too. Also,
I didn't work on it straight. I did it, I'll do a page here, a page there, and then I switched off to different projects. So,
yeah.
So this is
good.
One big project.
That's going to be expensive to frame. You know what? Yeah. There's a place apparently in Cambridge or Guelph. I know Heidi Cran was talking about.
Wilma was saying that too.
Yeah, so
is it really worth the drive though? Like, how much are you going to save?
I know, but I think it's a significant savings.
It's going to cost me a couple $100.
I think it's a significant savings, and I think that they lace. And I think I was talking to Heidi about this on the first Hamilton Stitching group. So maybe I'll message Heidi if you could just let us know below what framer you use, or just contact me.
I might have it written down from Wilma. But
she uses the same one too?
She uses the same one too.
Oh,
but
okay. Because I didn't think so, because she lives in Clinton.
She used to be in Cambridge.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, yeah. Did she
used to
do
be in
framing?
Cambridge. No, she sent it to this place.
Oh, see? Let's look into that, because I have some pieces that I want to get framed, and I'd be interested to know.
I have a lot of pieces. I have Touching the Autumn Sky that I would like to get framed.
With beads. That has beads, so yeah. It needs to be laced.
I got another Nora Fairy. I want to get done. I have my carousel I'm working on. That definitely deserves.
I suggested she frame that. Try to frame. Oh, I might be.
You're shaking it.
Shaking it. Sorry. I suggested that maybe she try to frame this on her own.
But there's
just see if you like it. I said if you don't even have to cut the fabric. Just pin it and see if you like it.
But there's almost 4 inches of fabric on.
I know.
All sides. It has to be cut. You can't put that. You can't squish.
I know, but you could. Well, yeah, true.
So then it's the pinning that I've had one piece. Where
McKenna had her piece professionally framed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
But
yeah.
You know what that means? I've got I have 2 big projects on the go right now. My Teresa Wensler carousel and this. Now that I finish this, I think I can start another big project. And my justifications. And my birthday is next week, so I'm thinking of a birthday start, and I'm thinking of my Cinderella castle.
Ooh, the Cinderella castle would be nice.
Yes, and I know.
And it's all ready to go.
It's all ready to go. I know. Busy.
Everything's bobbinated, right?
Halfway. I got tired of it.
Hey, she wants to stitch it too. Busy.
Well, she's got another castle. She's got the I think Beauty and the Beast castle.
I think so.
She's got a Disney castle, so I was thinking maybe we could do like a Disney castle style. Is there any other stitchers out there that has a Disney castle, whatever pattern it is, just a Disney castle, or really any castle?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
That was your unicorn pattern. And remember in our last video, we had a giveaway. Where's my
We did do a giveaway. And we had our winner.
Where did I put my little book?
And we sent it off. Where was she from? Virginia?
Virginia, yeah. Jill.
Jill won.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I hope you got it. Let us know.
No, she did. She emailed me to let me know that she got it. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and she really likes it, and she's very happy with it.
Good. It was a Blue Door Studio Co bag that we had given away. Yeah. Revert back to 2 videos ago. And no, our last video.
Last one.
The second one. We did it in 2 parts.
Yeah, we filmed it in 2 parts. Yeah.
And
so on November the 15th, I did random generator for the comments, and her name came up, and I contacted her on the comments to contact me, and so that was fun to give it away. Yeah.
And if you're on Instagram, tag us so that we can see what project you put in it.
Yeah, so that kind of relates because that's about your unicorn. So yeah, maybe a sal for the...
So if anyone's out there, let me know. I'm on Instagram as Strawberry Stitcher, all one word, and you are Simply X Stitchin'. So let me know in the comments below if you're not on Instagram. So my birthday's on December 29th. Full disclosure, that's next week. So I might start, and we have a stitch night next week coming up with our friend Kim from Crafty Kim.
And I messaged her today.
So
to do it on Friday. Is that the 29th?
No, that's the 28th.
Oh, okay. Maybe you could start it then.
Well, no, I still have something else. I have a secret stitch for Tiny Monitors that I've got to finish first. I'm almost done.
Yeah, that's true. You should finish that, yeah.
Yeah. So that is my one and only fully finish.
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah. That's a massive
one.
I
had like 3 pages left, and I was procrastinating because I didn't want to do what I had to do with time commitments. So I'm like, I'm going to keep going on Nightmare. My husband really liked it too.
Do you know where you're going to put that when it's framed?
He keeps making suggestions. He's like, we could put Nightmare here.
You could put it in the hall upstairs, or you could put it in the living room.
I could put it where I have my Santa, my leisure art Santa.
Do you think it would fit?
Maybe. But then also in our family room, we have a spot where Mike's dartboard is. And he's I don't use that, and that would look really good on that spot. So.
Or you could put on a different wall in that room. Like on the other wall.
Yeah, it's not as... Anyway, we digress. Don't you ever think of... Before you have something framed, where you're going to put it? Squirrel. So... She's got a lot of finishes.
Well, not yesterday, 2 days ago, I decided it was kind of bugging me. Like, I didn't know, everything was packed up. All my whips were put in different project bags, and I wanted to start something, and then I felt like this, like, dreaded FFOs hanging over. Like I needed to finish stuff because I don't want to go in 2019 with all these things that I have to do in 2019. Anyways, so I thought it was kind of like cleaning your house. You kind of like postpone it until you have to. So anyways,
Sure.
So you've seen the charts. So they're all behind me. I'm just looking at them. So you've seen the charts for most of these. So I don't
know what they're all called. So
yeah,
she'll tell you the name of it as they come up.
How about I start with this one, Thistle Manor. So this is a Blackbird design chart. It's I'll show you the chart for this one. So Blackbird Designs Thistle Manor, and this is a chart that I got from McKenna from her Last Chance Attic Needlework site. So that's it there. And I used Silks for You color from their Oops pack that I got as a freebie to do it, and I did it on 32 count Silvery Moon fabric.
This is from 2002.
Yeah, and it was. This Blackbird design pattern was a pattern that was given away free at some point, but
it's like a market or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a club or something. So,
club.
Yeah.
Pick a retreat.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyways, so this is my finish. I finished it into a pillow. I don't know how I know that. And so I did it in a variegated Silks for You silk, and what did I... Oh, the light's kind of beaming off there. So it says Thistle Manor down the side. And I put JH initials there for mine. I don't know if that was in the pattern. Is that in the pattern? Obviously not my initials. Okay. And then I put 18 in the corner here. And I did keep the original date.
282?
2002.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That looks like an 8. And in the pattern, I was like, what does this say? But I don't know. 2002, because that's when the pattern came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just kept it with 2002, and I put 18 in the corner, kind of like, I probably won't know what this means in like 30 years, and I filled it with crushed walnuts. My sealing, my invisible stitch is getting better, and it's like a velour-y velvet type of fabric on the back. And I don't, honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I've got so many little pillows. I need to get another floating shelf or something in here to put some more things up, or a dough bowl, but... Anyway, so there's this one that I finished. Yep. So the pillows that I'm about to show you took me all afternoon one day. It was quite time consuming, and I put because I used crushed walnuts, I used a fusible interfacing behind the stitching, the linen. Yeah. And
it's
then
coming out pretty white, but it's actually a.
Mommy.
Oh. Yep, Adriana, we're. Okay, I'll bring it to you. The clothes for her Barbies. She wants the clothes for her Barbies. And literally the iPad is rocking back and forth on it. And all her accessories. So, I locked the door. She's safe.
You might hear her, be able to hear her in the background.
Yeah, you might be able to hear her. Okay, speaking of Adriana. My daughter. No, we'll have to wait, he said.
Oh.
This is a pillow that I made her, and she loves it. And it's, Little House Needlework pattern, and I don't know what I stitched it on. A mystery piece, and I used all the called for, and I changed the little girl. I talked about this when I showed it before. I changed the little girl's skirt to match my daughter's skirt, who was going to be a big ballerina.
Sad story.
All about it, and it's kind of a sad story because she lasted 4 ballet classes, and that was enough of that. So this has crushed walnuts in it. And then it's got the, velour. I've used this on other projects. I used this last winter on a snowy pillow, a winter pillow. And so there's that. So I finished that one. They're heavy too, which is really nice.
Weight.
Okay, this one's kind of, I'm not really impressed with. So I wanted to put a trim, and the trim that I had, because Amy Love Toads on Instagram, she posted some pictures about a trim that she does, and she puts it on the piece. She sews it on, and then she puts and I'm really like, oh, that is such a good idea. But the trim that I had,
did you try it?
Wasn't very wide, so it wasn't gonna. No, I didn't sew it on because I chickened out. I'm just like, I'm over this. So okay, so this is my ink circles. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Something or other. I don't know what the pattern's called, but anyways, so I filled this with crushed walnuts, but it's more like a sandbag. You could put this on your neck. So this, I'm not, come on, you should pick and choose what you put walnuts in. But anyway, so I put interfacing on this one and on the ballerina piece as well. So I didn't do the back stitching. Remember I was lamenting in one of the videos about the back stitching? I started the back stitching and it was like hideous. And I'm like, oh my God, it's even more unlegible. And then I tried to use the orange and it just like, oh my God, like orange, like it looked like puke. And then I had to rip it out, which was like really big pain in the butt to rip out back stitching. But anyway, so I ripped it out and I finished it into the pillow with some yellow fabric on the back.
It does look like an eye bag.
Yeah, I know. You could put on your forehead or...
That's good.
Whatever. It's not really going to show very much too. Like I oopsied cut the fabric too short.
I like it.
And I didn't like and then my openings in the bottom and like to put the walnut shells, like of course like you can't get the corners. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's really can't get the corners, so like anyways, it's good enough. If I die, you can have this.
Okay. I like that.
Put this on your headache. So there's those. And the walnut shells, they kick up a dust like terrible. So I use like tons. Like that's a lot of walnut shells, right? And I was like I was getting kind of congested doing it. Like I'm not a professional finisher, and thank God, like no one expects them to be perfect.
So I have a pile of unfinishes.
I know. Okay, so that's those things. And then remember I did the Brooks book Little House? These are like things that were like hanging up in the closet, like that I really should have finished a long time ago. Isn't that cute? Look, so this is the summer Brooks Books house. Brooks Books house. And this is a thrift store frame. I think I paid like $2.99 for it. Our thrift stores are kind of expensive compared to some of the American thrift stores. Like,
yeah, we ain't getting no 99-cent frame.
And I had like a huge piece of hand-dyed linen, and it was, I think, 28 count, and I did it 1/1. And I was like, oh my God, I'd never want to do 1/1 again.
I love 1/1.
Oh my gosh, yeah? Well maybe because it was smaller.
Should have brought my disaster of an ornament. So on our stitching group, we have an ornament.
Oh, you're going to share that story? I didn't know you were going to share that story.
We have an ornament exchange, and for Christmas. And I had this bright idea that I was going to do my ornament 1/1. Thinking, oh, that's such a good idea. No, do you know how an ornament's small anyway? I didn't bring it. My ornament's like this big by this wide. And then I waited to the last minute, of course. And I was talking to our brother on the phone. So I'm squaring up my fabric. And I
you have to concentrate.
Too close. Which means when I tried to stuff it, I didn't have my 1/4 inch seam allowance. So when I tried to stuff it, the seam exploded. It was a disaster.
It's okay. You're going to fix it.
Yeah.
She's going to fix it.
So, moral of the story, careful what you do 1/1. Sometimes it's great in theory, but in execution.
I don't enjoy the process. For me, I have to enjoy the process of 1/1. Like, I don't think I'm stitching the other Brooks book houses because I won't.
It sure is different when you go from 1/1 to 2/2 on 28 count.
Because I did
that with my nightmare.
Yeah, that's true. You feel like the X's are huge. Well, if I do the other houses, okay, I'm not going to say I'm not going to do the other houses because that's bad attitude. I'm going to maybe do them, but I'm going to do them like normal count. Like I'm not going to do it like that. Like that's crazy. Although it's cute. It looks really cute. I'm happy with how it's. Okay, so this is another button company pattern.
Aww.
It's been a really long time since I showed it. It's barely hanging on in there, like barely.
She said it's a look with your eyes, not your hands.
Yeah, never touch this. If you only to touch this to re-secure it in there, because like okay, so I got this frame. It's a Hallmark frame, and I got it from the thrift store, and it's a square frame. So anytime you see a square frame,
the US
get it.
Hallmarks? That's a gift store, a card store.
I don't know. For me, it was like $2.99, but it probably was more expensive. So I did this, and it's like poofing out. Can you see the poof? And I wanted to make it like all fancy. Yeah, but it's barely hanging on. So what I did was I took the glass because McKenna, I do all my finishing like you now. I don't pin anything anymore. So I took the glass, put it over top, which was kind of wonky because all the buttons, right? They're like ginormous buttons, which they're awesome, but it's just like not good for people who are do-it-yourselfers. So I put the glass on. It's like wobbling back and forth, right? Oh, sorry, so's the iPad. So then I traced it, and then I realized, shit, I shouldn't trace. And then I traced it with black permanent marker.
On the front or the back?
The front.
The front of your piece.
The front. So then I'm like, oh my God, I think I I think you can kind of see it a little bit, like only if you look like really close.
McKenna doesn't use black permanent
marker. She uses pen. I usually use pen, but I needed black. I needed to use the marker because, and I didn't have blue marker because the black marker was handy and, yeah. So that I did it so close. It was like perfectly sized. Like you can see, it's like right edge to edge, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I'm like, oh my God, I should, and then I started cutting on the black line. I'm like, oh my God, I need to leave room because I wanted to make it poofy. And then the frame, and then I cut, this took me forever to do this. Like this took me forever.
It looks so good though.
If I ever have to package this up to move it, I'm gonna have to like put a weight over it or something to like keep it in there. Anyways, and then making the batting to go in here was not pretty, and that was very frustrating. And then the sticky,
how many layers of batting did you use?
Then the foam core wouldn't fit in. I don't know, like 3, but I had like 6, and I'm like, oh my God, like how is this gonna? Anyways,
we're not professionals, people.
We're not professionals, and I don't claim to be. That's why I'm telling you and sharing all these framing calamity stories. Okay, then I was really burnt out from all those finishes, but I thought, oh, I had to persevere. So my Plum Street pomegranate Santa piece, I really wanted. You haven't seen this? I really, really want. Or did you maybe?
No, I saw it finished, but not framed.
Oh, so I wanted to get it professionally framed, and I talked with my friend Cindy about this, and lots of other people. I'm like, okay, I should get it professionally framed. It's worth it, right? Like it's a beautiful piece. Mm-hmm. And it's big enough, right? Like to do it yourself is kind of scary. And then I thought, to heck with it. Like I'm not going to get it professionally framed. Like it's just too much money to get all these things professionally framed. I'm just going to try it myself. So I did it the way McKenna does it, where I put the glass on and I literally took a black permanent marker, did it right over top. I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna like.
Oh, that's dark fabric, so it probably.
Well, no, it showed up, and then I cut. I was really going for it. I was all in. And then I cut along the black marker. And then...
Do you cut on the inside of the black marker so that none of the black shows?
You should do that, but I was taking a risk. I don't know actually what you should or should not do. Do what you want to do.
You do you.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
And you know what? It turned out freaking amazing. Look.
Oh, wow. Where'd you got the frames from Michael? The frame from Michael's?
Yeah.
It's really nice.
It's kind of dusty because... I cleaned it. So look. Oh, now you can see all my daughter's toys. Sorry. That's unprofessional. That's okay. So...
Wow.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Sorry about the glare.
Try doing it on the other end.
There, you can see. Oh, now you can see that. It's whatever. Okay, you understand. You guys saw this piece a million times. Look at the beauty frame.
Where are you gonna hang this?
I think I spent $30 at Michael's, and I got this like gorgeous frame. I don't know. I want to get it up. That's part of the reason why I wanted to do the video today. I want to hang this up because it's so pretty.
For Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, but it's perfectly centered. I think it's pretty straight. I didn't even stretch it. I didn't even do anything like that. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, there's the door. Oh, that's a really good shot. Yeah. So, look at that. I used all the classic colorwork floss, and the frame's got a bit of a green in it, which is kind of nice. It pulls in the twigs of the, yeah. And I've taken this to Michael's before and tried to look for a frame and haven't found one.
Really?
And I was so
just
frustrated.
a luck of the draw.
It was just luck of the draw. And I was so frustrated because...
Hey, you can see another one of her finished pieces.
Yeah. I did that myself. And then the other one over on the other side. He wants to grab her, and there's a tour through the reflection.
There's another one. But anyway, we digress. Oh, and look, doesn't Rudolph have a red nose?
Yes.
Can you see it there?
Can't really see it.
No, you can't really.
So you know what? It's not perfect, obviously, because I didn't pay to have this framed. But I finished this for like $30. Like, maybe $38 by the time I put the batting in. I put cotton batting behind it, so it's like pressed up against the glass.
So you didn't pin it?
No.
Wow.
I didn't pin it. And...
That's really nice.
Alison and I were talking about this. Sometimes you frame something and it looks great, or you finish something and you're like,
so what's that? Is that depends on the frame?
Maybe. I don't know. It depends how tightly you put it in there, I guess. But, yeah. And then what I'm going to do is put wire between here and hang it up like ghetto style.
Yeah, I have one of those frames, and I had to get my husband to hang it up.
Yeah, because
You
with
gotta-
the 2 hooks, like, that's really finicky.
It is very finicky. Once it's
So-
on, it's on.
I'm super happy with this. I saved this for last because this is the most Christmas.
No.
Do we have something else?
Yeah.
We have lots of things to talk
Something
about.
down there.
Oh.
So it's not necessarily the best.
Right. So,
We have an announcement.
2 videos ago, I verbally said to you guys, I put it out there into the world. I want to stitch something for somebody else. And I want to give it away. And I showed you guys what my plans were. I was going to stitch Rosewood Manor. Notice that? I was going to stitch Rosewood Manor. Mm-hmm. So it's a massive piece. And I'm still going to stitch it and give it to my in-laws. I'm still going to do that. Autumn Quaker.
Yeah, you got a bit of it done, too.
I got more done. I'm not going to show you because we have too much today. But I'll show you another time because I'm still going to finish it for them. But it's not going to be for Christmas. So I was panicking. I was at your house one day and I found another Where did I put it? Oh, it's down here.
Oh, yeah, this is my pattern. You went through my stash.
Yeah.
You went shopping.
Yeah, so that's one of the benefits of having a stitchy friends and family. So I'm doing a carriage house samplings, Comfort Lighthouse.
Now, this was from our dear friend Lori from Once Upon a Stitch. She gave this to me at the retreat, the Flosstube retreat.
And she stitched it and she put nipples, French knots, or beads, one of the 2.
Or stitches.
4 nipples on the mermaid. I think she's got a picture on her Instagram. So this is for my in-laws, right? And this is a pattern that my husband thought they would really like, but I just chose.
And it just so happened that I
stupidly chose the big one. Yeah, and it just so happens that you had it. So, okay, so I finished it, and I
haven't seen
professionally framed. Like I got it professionally framed.
I have not seen it yet finished, and I have not yet seen it framed. So
you haven't even seen it finished.
No.
Okay, so of course, I think I did it on platinum 22 count Ada.
Now I feel like I want to stitch this now.
You should. She even gave you some linen.
She gave me the fabric too.
Okay. So let me just show you. Okay, prepare yourself.
Aww, love it. Look at the frame.
Yeah.
Oh,
I paid a lot of money for this. But it's a Christmas gift and
it's a gift. And considering you had the fabric.
And notice the difference in professional quality. Like this glass isn't as glary.
Oh, I never even noticed.
So, I did not stitch the mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hold this while
sorry.
That's okay. I just want you to hold it. And can you get really close to show them the lighthouse? So the lighthouse was a bit of a predicament.
A lot of demands.
Yeah. The lighthouse was a bit of a predicament because it's basically like the same color as the background. And
is this Hardanger or Ada?
Ada. And so I put a line of backstitch. That was your idea and Kim's idea.
Yeah.
Kim was like, well, put a line of backstitch. And thank God I did because it really defines the white on the lighthouse.
Oh, yeah.
And then also the sails in the boat, I put backstitching around. I don't like backstitching, but...
I do. It gives it definition.
And so I think I changed the color of the water. Let me look at the pad. I've got my working copy here. So, I changed the water that's underneath the fish. I think I changed the color of that. Yeah, I changed all of the water, actually, to the dark blue.
Was it two-toned?
Yeah, like the mermaid's hair was supposed to be that dark blue. And it's all DMC. And then I chose to put the dark blue because I wanted a contrast. I wanted to try and work all the colors in. I did all the stars and moons at the top. And, yeah, I think... Did I change the color? I might have...
Pelican?
The fish? Are the fish all the same? No, the fish are all different. I did some changes here and there. But I didn't really want to stitch the mermaid because...
Wasn't her style?
Yeah, it would have been pretty with the mermaid, but...
It would have also been pretty with the lobster.
Yeah.
Crab red. Not a lobster, it's a crab.
I thought about doing the crab red.
But the problem is, if you don't like it to rip out red on this color fabric, it would probably mark.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm giving this away at Christmas time, and
she's going to be so happy
she's gonna
with
love
this.
She's going to love it.
And the frame is really
and
nice.
For as a gift, I'm willing to pay to have it.
Well, if you think about it, you had the chart from me. You used fabric in your stash.
Yeah.
That's what you would have spent on a gift anyway.
Yeah. And it turns
the
out
amount of money.
My husband knew this when he thought that she would love this pattern, that she's a Cancer. That's her sign.
Oh, okay.
So, the crab. Yeah. So I'm like, oh. And, I'm just obsessed with it. I'm going to go and look at it every time. And I signed it.
Now, she's got a pool. Was this going to be in the pool house or was this going to be...
I don't know.
Somewhere.
I hope they don't put it in the pool house because I don't know how it would...
Or near the walkout where the pool was.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, she's gonna love it. She should take a picture of where she puts it and gives it to you.
Yeah.
Or you take a picture when you see it hung up.
Yeah.
And put it on your Instagram.
Yeah, I will.
So people, she did it. She stitched something.
So I stitched something for somebody else.
And they are receiving it. They are getting it day after tomorrow, Christmas Day.
Yeah. And I'm glad that we're filming this so that I could show it.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if she watched our videos, if I should.
Does she know that we do videos?
I don't know.
It's really nice.
So
she's gonna love it.
Yeah.
This is for her mother-in-law.
Yeah. And I think I even changed the watercolor underneath the boat. Yeah, I did.
So when I go to stitch it, mine will be a little bit different.
Yeah, I didn't even really like stitching with one strand.
Is that what you did? One over one? No, it's Ada. So
yeah,
you would have done one over
regular. One over regular, yeah. So yeah, and I'm happy with the frame. I had like 20 frames piled up. I got this framed at Michael's. And I know they don't stretch, and it's not like...
I have never had a problem.
They're expensive, and you know what, but I'm just so happy with the way it turned out.
And I have things that were framed at Michael's 20 years ago, and they look the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So, ta-da!
Da-da! We're done of our finishes for 2018. Okay.
Because I don't need it.
So, because this will be our last video of 2018, those are our finishes. Oh, also, we are celebrating our Flosstube anniversary.
But I think it was a while ago.
We did it
because I remember
it was the first week of December.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We were doing videos quite frequently when we first started. Mm-hmm. But now, life.
Well, yeah, but
my daughter's not napping.
Was napping, and...
But this lock is working really well. I have a lock on this door. I don't know why when we moved in there's a lock.
She said we were setting up. She said how many times did she wish that she could lock it before.
Yeah. Well, I might... No, I'm not going to lock the door.
Okay. So we're going to do our whips next.
You go first.
Okay. So I finished another block of my...
2 blocks.
Yes.
2 since last time? Or
2.
You had a partial.
I was almost done. Oh, I should get you to search this while I'm here.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So this is
right behind
the Hawk Run Hollow sal that a lot of people are doing on Instagram. We've said it before, and the hashtag.
Put the hashtag in the description box.
And so still join.
We're
doing So I'm doing Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. So I've got another block done. So I've shown you this block before. I finished the middle. I started the bottom left. And then I stitched this one. So it's all finished. Excuse the wrinkles. So now this is 3 blocks. 3 blocks out of, I don't know, I think there's 12. Now, I thought this was going to be a quick and easy block. It wasn't. That's very dense stitching.
Let me see. Wow. Now, do you get burnt out on this?
Well,
Did you get a little burnt out on it, like with all the dark and the brown? And
yeah,
I really like it, but the blocks are quite big.
The middle one, no, because there's lots of color in it. I should say lots of color, but there's more color.
Yeah.
This one, I didn't really like.
I like the mummy with all the straps on him.
Yeah, I didn't like the face of the vampire, but I did it anyway.
Yeah.
And then the Frankenstein's a bit cartoonish, but it's okay. It's just 1 block out of 12. This one the B5200, or maybe it's 3865. I can't remember. And it was the blocks.
We're almost done, Adriana.
It was the cement blocks and the black, of course. The coverage on the black's coming out really nicely on camera. So this was done. So now I think I've mentioned before in videos, I like taking a break when I'm done a page or if I'm done a block of something that I'd like to move on.
Were
so
these
I don't
blocks
know
like?
when I'll bring
Did
this
you get a
back out.
block per page? Like, how's it charted?
Started one
Is it
block
charted
per page.
nicely or?
Yep.
Yeah.
One block per page,
Oh, that's
and then
nice.
also all of the symbols are different on each blocks.
That's
the
nice.
colors are different.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay because it's like a new like start each block. That's how I look at things like
yeah, that's
that.
exactly how I look.
That's one of the reasons why actually I'm not doing the Sal is that the block. I know the blocks were really big.
Hollow is so nice. Houses of Hawkon Hollow.
I know.
I spent a lot of money on the fabric. I got the call for fabric, so I don't know. Maybe
I knew I wasn't gonna do Halloween. I wasn't gonna do the Halloween one, but
I'm just thinking
I've got other
finishing.
stuff I gotta do.
Maybe I'll one day be in the position
list.
of be able to professionally finish everything.
Maybe one day we'll win the lottery.
So that's my first whip. Now, when I was doing my whips last video, I forgot one
You did?
that I had actively been working on. Yes. This. Now we saw our stitchy friend Crafty Kim. She was doing her whip parade, and I was saying to her through text message, "Oh, we should do a whip parade." And I'm like, "I counted. I've got 6." And then I kept remembering other ones that I have. I think I got up to like 14 or something.
Really?
I got up. I was in the double digits.
I've got like 8 or 9.
So this one that I was stitching on before I started Hawk Run is from Silhouette Stitch on Etsy.
Can you show that picture?
I don't think I can.
Let me see.
I didn't print off the...
I think you can show this.
I'll show it from far away. Well,
Yeah.
I guess you could still think. This is...
Yeah, that's fine.
Silhouette Stitch. So it is Peter Pan. Just so that you get the idea. It's not the pattern. The pattern is...
So all her... If
like
she's
this.
called Silhouette Stitch, I'm sure all her
All
patterns
of them
are silhouettes. Yeah.
yes. And there's
That's
a lot
nice.
of the Disneys. So I bought this as a PDF. So
I like the fabric.
am using a opalescent linen. And I totally forgot about this.
I like PDF patterns. It's instant.
It's instant gratification. So here's my progress.
Oh, that looks good. Look at the fabrics.
I wasn't a fan too much of my coverage. It's not really showing except what I mean, except near the top.
Are you using 1 strand or 2?
2.
Really?
2/2.
Maybe because it's such a light fabric behind. You're
Well, it's
not
white.
used to it.
It's a very bright white opalescent.
I think it looks fine.
So I totally forgot about this. I went crazy with it over a couple days. And
That
it's
looks
fun.
nice.
Because I really like blue. Coincidental that I'm wearing a blue shirt. But, so I had forgotten to show that with my progress of what I had been working on.
It's funny. I have a one that I forgot I was working on too. Like completely forgot.
Which one?
The Bachelor buttons.
Oh.
Which I'm not showing today because
We
there's
think
enough
that
to
we
show.
will do a whip parade.
Yeah, let's do one in
Sometime
January.
sometime in the new year.
Maybe on
we'll
our
do it.
next video we'll do whip parade, and I promise I won't have any more finishes. It's busy time of year.
So that
Yeah.
is my...
Oh, that's nice. You have
And I also was working on a secret stitch for tiny monitors that I can't show. Those are almost done. And I'm working on an ornament exchange that I can't show. So
yeah.
I've been busier than it seems.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay, so for me, let's
What did you
start
do
with
with
the
your
latest one since it's right in front of me. So the other Friday night, I wanted to just do like a mill. It felt like a Mill Hill night. So this is, I'm doing this snow crystal, aqua crystal it's called. And I finished all the stitching part of it. I just have to do the beads, and I'll do that. I don't know, maybe I'll do it today or something. And I did a crystal last year. And so, I don't know, maybe I'll do one every year.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. That's why I bought this actually, because
I think
this is
it
my
was
crystal
our
this year.
They're
They're so
first or
pretty.
second
Oh my
video?
gosh. The amethyst crystal's really pretty.
How many? So they
So
have
it's the
quite a
gold
few
crystal.
then.
Oh, the star crystal. Oh my god. They're all gorgeous. And they're super... I love Mill Hill kits. Everything comes in it. They're 3 colors of DMC. I think 3 different beads. And
mine wasn't 3. Mine was...
No, some of them are really complicated. But to me,
light green, dark green. Very light green, very dark green.
Yeah, I love this. And it's on the nice white perforated paper. I like stitching on perforated paper.
Did you show it?
Yeah.
You're stitching?
I showed this. Yeah, I showed that. And then, so that's what I have to do left on that. And then this is the next one. It's very Christmassy that I'm doing. This is, I'm doing Christmas Land. And that's a black and white picture. But because I bought the PDF version. So this pattern is one of Teresa Vignette's patterns from Raise the Roof. And she re-released the pattern to... and proceeds of the sale of the pattern all go to the Southern Pines Animal Shelter, which I really liked that it goes, like, the proceeds go to the shelter, and it's very kind of her to re-release the pattern. And she had mentioned in one of her videos, I'm obsessed with Teresa. Oh my gosh, Kitten Stitcher.
As much as Mom?
Yeah, as much as Mom. I watch her videos. Like, I look so forward to her videos. Like, and I love the way her attitude on things. And as soon as she said, I've got this pattern, and I went and bought it right away. And downloaded it. So, anyways. What's the fabric that I'm doing it on? Shoot. What fabric
Called for.
I'm doing on, no, not the called for. 32 count vintage pearl barley. Am I doing it on as the called for? No. Yeah, I'm doing the called for. That's the first time I've ever done the called for. And the pattern is super easy to read, and she's got like 3 shaded lines. And this was a pattern in 2009 that she released from, as I said, Raise the Roof. And she originally released it in separate like stitch along patterns. And a lot of the patterns from 2009 were sold with the silks. And so our mom is stitching with in the summertime, she was in Calgary, and bought,
Canada.
Yeah, and bought the original charts.
Just because she really liked them.
Just because she loved them. And then it just so happens.
And before the re-release, she just really likes the pattern.
Yeah, and there's not too many of them around still, because there were only, I guess, so many released. And anyways, and it came with all the silk. So I'm not using silk. Yeah,
oh
the
my
Belsoise. Oh my god. It's gorgeous. I wish that I could afford to use all the Belsoise. But you know what? I have so many fancy flosses. I'm using what I have, and I'm spread them out all over. The table that we're using right now is in my craft room, and I put all my all my fancy floss out. Even I put some silks out because I do have some silk, and I'm just picking as I stitch, and I'm recording everything that I'm using. So if anybody's interested later on to know, maybe I can organize myself enough to let you know what I use. But this is what. So I started off by stitching all the letters. And I know the letters are Victorian motto.
Can we hold it?
Victorian pine. And I'm using, the trees are Valdani. I'm using, what's the white? The snow. 3865, I think.
It's common snow color.
Yeah. So, this one is super fun. I love all the reds and the variegation, like, in the door and everything. There is some differences between the original release pattern and the one that I'm doing now. Like, the ones that were originally released don't have the shading to let you know when to start the next one, which isn't a really big deal, because it's super easy to, like, link them up and realize what your next stitch is.
When you're splitting between pages?
Yeah, but the PDF and the new release version does. It does have the shading. And, like, in the, one thing I noticed is in the house, in the original pattern, there were 2 bushes in front. I just noticed all these things, right? And then there's no door handle on the door. And in the original one, I don't miss the bushes. I wouldn't have put them in anyways. Well, I probably would have put them in. It's a little bit different, but you know what? The differences don't matter. I love this chart. I love it. It's not even that big. Like, it's not even that big. Yeah, they're like a navy blue in the original. Sorry I don't have an original picture, but everybody, I think, knows what this looks like. We're kind of late to the party showing this. And I think you're going to do this eventually.
I got the fabric too.
You got pearl barley. Not vintage. That's the big difference. Vintage pearl barley to pearl barley.
Yours, I believe the difference is, they said anyway, is that yours is modeled a little bit.
Yeah.
Just the pearl
But
barley.
I really like pearl barley too, from Lakeside
nice
Linens. I might order some more of this. To do some other things. Like this, a lot of Blackbird patterns would look really nice on that. Anyways, so that's a chart that's a lot of fun. I like picking colors as I go. I've done some Lizzie Kate charts that I've stitched and pulled from my stash. Actually, you can see them. Oh no, you can't. They're on my side. But the seasonal ones, like there's a winter. I just have spring left to do, and my winter one's upstairs, and there's an autumn and a summer one.
Top Knot Stitcher is just starting them.
Yeah. So
Bendy Stitchy did them too.
Yeah. So, anyways, I kind of like just stitching with the called for floss, but sometimes you can't because, like, I can't afford to buy all the Belle Soie.
And for something like that, like you said, that you've got a lot of fancy floss, so choose what you like. Something like a Lizzie Kate or a small one.
Yeah, that's why I love those
small,
charts.
So just
you
use
can just
what
use.
You have.
Yeah. And one thing to note too on the re-release charts, whether you buy the PDF version or the paper version, because you can buy paper too, but I just couldn't wait, obviously. And she has from the Belle Soie silk that was originally charted for in 2009. She gives the Classic Colorworks and a DMC conversion. So I could have just used
nice.
DMC, and I pulled all the DMC, and the DMC looked nice too. So of course I have to complicate things. So, but I like the way the shading looks in variegated floss.
Yeah,
you can't beat that. Like,
and when you have a really
so fancy.
nice piece of fabric too, you want to do it justice.
Yeah, yeah. So then so that's my most current was the Snowflake and then Christmas Land. And then like a while ago, like probably a month ago, I finished the January block for Listen to Your, the Pattern of the Month series from Stony Creek collection. This is the one that I did, Listen to Your Dreams. And this was the chart that I originally bought the series for. Like this, I bought this one chart and then I decided.
Was that the first one you got?
This is the one chart that I bought out of the series, and then I was like, oh my god, I want the other ones now. Like, then I realized, oh my god, I love them all.
I think it was on camera when you realized it was a series.
I think so. Real life, right? So, I looked at the back, when I was showing it, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have them all. And I think it was like 3 or 4 visits to my LNS, which is not very local. It's like an hour away.
Yeah. Did you know that they're open on the 27th? The day we stitch with Kim?
I thought we're stitching with her on. I just messaged her.
28th is the Friday, but it's the 27th and 28th are open.
They're open on the 28th? Mm-hmm. Oh, but I would have to take Adriana. Look at my wheels are turning. Like, I'm sick. Like, I've got, like, enough to stitch. And here I am thinking, okay, so
am I. What am I talking about?
Right. Okay, Listen to Your Dreams. It didn't take too long to stitch, but that's the block that I stitched. So that's that. And the water lilies on the edge.
And this is on dark cobblestone, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah. It's one of my... Show them all? So I'm half done. Oh, no, sorry. No, I'm more than half done. I only have 2 left to do. And the next block is I'll show it when I do it. It's like a Valentine's. It's like a February. It's like,
nice.
Listen to your heart. No, love with an open heart. So I'm going to do that in February.
Oh, that's nice.
So that'll be like my Valentine's Day piece. So life is a journey. Take time for yourself.
We're good at that.
Which was really, really meaningful to me because I think that's really important. I think all these things, the words really speak to me. Enjoy the little things. Enjoy the little things. Yeah. And then listen to your dreams. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll finish this and hang this in my daughter's room. Because it's kind of like a big girl piece. Like, or maybe I'll hang it in my craft room.
So, is that your last finish that you're going to show today?
Well, it's kind of a whip.
Sorry,
it's kind of a whip.
Whips, yes,
but yeah, it is a block finish. And I really enjoy the Stony Creek patterns. And when I've done this, I might get another series. Oh no, sorry, I have enough series. I've got remember all the calendars that I bought by the Drawn Thread? I've got all of those to do. Not enough time. One day I was in kind of a bad mood, and I went and looked behind. You can see on my shelf there all my charts at the top. I won't point them out because it's kind of embarrassing and I've seen them out. Oh, that's okay. And I was looking through, and it was like, oh my god, I forgot I had these. Like, I was looking through it, and I was just like, do you guys ever do that? Like,
I did the other
looking
day.
through stuff, and you're just like, oh my god, like, then you're kind of embarrassed about it. Like,
Oh,
but then you're kind of like, ooh, I've got more stuff than I think. So I was shopping in my own stash. Okay.
Okay, so we received some. Well, first I talked about earlier how we did our Ornament Christmas exchange with our stitching group. So I'll show you mine that I received.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I received this. Look at that.
That is so cute.
From one of the stitchers. I won't say her name.
Oh my
and
gosh,
then,
look at the back.
It's got.
Do you think the felt came that way, or did she weave the Hurricane?
No, I think it came like that.
Really?
Yeah, like look how sparkly. Look at that.
That is so cute.
Love it.
And she signed it and put the date?
She signed it and put the date.
That's really nice.
So I was pretty lucky there.
And so this is what I got. I don't know. Is the Stony Creek pattern? I'm not sure.
I don't know. It looks like the Stony Creek style.
Yeah. The stitching is gorgeous.
And the back, the fabric on the back that she chose to finish
Yeah,
it.
really suits it. Fabric on the back. So, and the cute little buttons at the top. There's the cute little...
So this was our first ornament exchange.
I think those are just another button company buttons.
It's possible.
It's kind of hard too, like there's something hard in there.
Yeah. Which gives it
I had to take
structure.
it down off my little tree, the ornament tree, when I went upstairs. And my daughter was like, what are you taking those? Where are you going with those? I'm like, never mind.
So and they've welcomed us with open arms, this Stitchy group. We're really lucky. And
Yeah.
we received beautiful
We don't
Christmas
go for a
cards
couple
from every
weeks.
I think we go back in the new year, yeah. And then our good friend Kim as well. I think this is like the 8th time this video that we've mentioned.
Yeah, we should have...
She gave
if
us...
anybody wants to play a drinking game, they can drink every time we mention Kim.
Yeah. So where did my card go? Oh, here we go. So first, Kim came to a thing at my house I was doing, and she gave us gifts. Guys.
Yeah.
Like, look at that card. That
Kim
stitch.
makes the best cards. I mean, her stitching's perfect, and her cards are
Do you
amazing.
think she made this card?
Yeah, for sure she made
it
that.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah.
And love this. And it's
Scrapbooking's a really major hobby for her.
my Wally. We had to put my cat down earlier, a couple of months ago, and he looks like Wally. So I love that.
That's really cute. Oh.
And then, I was yawning before. Look at this ornament, guys. Look at the stitching. It says Noel
Her stitching
on it.
is perfect. And the beads.
And her finishing, too, is so good.
Yeah, we were studying them. We switched and we were studying them again.
It's funny, we were oohing on over there. She's like, don't look too close. And I'm like, no, this is professional. Like,
Yeah.
look at the beads.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. And since I kind of have a little snowflake theme on my mini tree that I have, and maybe someday I'll bring it down. It leaves a trail of
Love it.
sparkles. And so this is the one I got.
Yeah.
Actually, here, let me show you the Christmas card first, since we're doing
Well, mine was stitched, so.
Merry Christmas.
It's you.
I know, Kim, you are so thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's put a stamp at the back. I won't show you because it's got
And also,
last
they
name
came
and
in
the
really,
year.
a really big stitchy bag, too.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Like, look, the edges are like, oh my god, like okay, so I've mentioned this before, like I've made cards before, but not like this. This is professional. Like my cards, it's a joke, my cards that I make.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, like I can say that about myself. And look.
It's different. It's not the same, guys.
No. She said that she stitched these out of a Rosewood Manor pattern. Motifs. She has a Rosewood Manor book that these came out of.
It's a good book to have.
I'd like to look at that book, actually.
Bring it on Friday, Kim.
Yeah. Add that to your bag, Kim. And then I said to her, oh my gosh, that is so cute. That's a little paper flower. With this adorable fabric on the back. We love it, Kim.
Yes, mine is on my display. I Instagrammed it. I have a winter display, and it's hanging on the corner of my winter flag.
So I'm going to put those away right away, back on my display. And then, like, going way back to, like, November, I had a birthday. November 25th was my birthday. And on my birthday...
I think you're one day older than McKenna or something like that.
Yeah, I'm one day older than McKenna. So, so it was a Sunday gathering for this Hamilton stitching group. So I signed up to go to it, and
I couldn't go.
It was kind of like we did like January Christmas food potluck type of thing, obviously because it was our winter get together. And then at closer to the end, Kim says, "I have something for you," and I'm like blown away. I'm like, "What?" So she stitched something else she stitched something for me. This is her card because like she's amazing. This is her card. So there's like a cutout here with happy birthday. That is so cool. I have this up on my shelf above us that you can kind of see. And floating shelf. And then
it's your first ever biscornu.
It's first ever. And Kim's never made one of these for herself. She stitches them and gives them away to people. I feel so honored to get one. And when we went to the Creative Festival in October and we went to Gita's.
We lost our minds.
We lost our minds that day.
Literally lost them.
Yeah, pretty much. We left our minds
at the door.
At the door. And Kim bought this chart, which is a Gita pattern. And look at the back. And she was saying to me, because they had it all done up in a display case, and she was saying
anytime we see a biscornu, we're like, Kim, come look.
Yeah. And then so she was like, oh, okay, well I need the floss. And they didn't have the exact skein of floss called for. So I was like, oh, I'll help you pick out. Or she said, what do you think I should do? And I was helping her pick out some, I think this is silk. This is silk. And I was like, what about this one? What about this one? And I was showing her skeins of silk that were kind of like fall because I know those are really her colors. And I'm like, she goes, no. And then it turns out she bought this for me. She had this in mind. Like she figured, I guess, that she would stitch it for me. So I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? Like, oh my gosh. She's so good at making biscornus.
Yeah.
Like...
You know what we should do one day? We should
get Kim to finish all her stuff.
Well, no. Yeah. Kim, do you want to be our finisher? We should stitch a biscornu. Tiny Monarist has some great biscornus. And then we should have like a finishing party where we finish them and she helps us.
Yeah.
Would you help us, Kim?
She would help us for sure. So, that's so much amazing stitchiness.
Yeah. So... I think that's all we got. We're almost at an hour. This is the last time you're going to see us for 2018.
We're going to keep making videos.
We're looking
not going anywhere.
To what the new year brings. Now I'm thinking of things I bought at that last trip to Gita's, and I'm thinking maybe I want to do a different new start.
First world problems.
First world problems. What else do we have to report? Oh, there's a new Flosstube retreat that is going on in August that is being arranged by Arlene Cohen.
In New Jersey.
In New York. In New Jersey. The Flosstube 2019 retreat. I'm able to go. You're not able to make it.
No, I'm not able to go for 2019, but next
I'll
time.
be there. I'm going with Kim.
Yeah.
We're roomies.
I'm glad that you're going because then I can live through you. Yeah. And also I can give you my shopping list.
You should, you need to give us your shopping list.
I'm not going this year, but that's okay.
Yeah, maybe next year it'll work out better.
Yeah.
And lots of...
You don't like doing live videos, so how am I going to be there with you when you're not really... Kim. We'll talk.
True. Well, no, we don't have to do a live video, but we can do a live FaceTime.
Maybe you guys can film a video there together. That'd be cool to see you and her on a video together.
Yeah, at the day before or something, or one of the nights.
Super jealous they're going without me, but that's okay.
It's not going to be the same.
It's okay.
It's not going to be the same, but it's the first one that you can't make. We can't go to all of them, unfortunately. So,
I really wanted to go to McKenna's retreat in Arizona,
the Arizona one,
in April.
Yeah. We wanted to do that as well.
But we talked seriously about that.
We talked about doing like a group trip with our husbands as well.
Yeah.
And they would
go
golf.
golfing. Yeah.
We talked a lot of different scenarios.
Not happening.
But we couldn't make it work. But, so we hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy everything.
Happy
if not,
holidays.
Then just maybe you get some time off, which is nice. Let me know if anyone's interested in doing a Disney castle sal, because we could get that going. Do you have anything castle related?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It doesn't have to be a Disney castle. It can be any Disney.
I'm not into the whole fantasy stitching.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I remember I talked about that dragon.
Oh, yeah.
I remember my husband was going to get me a chatelaine, possibly.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll keep you posted. I kind of told him not to. I bet I'm kind of like
I doubt he
chickening
would
out.
Gotten it on his own.
I don't know.
But in the meantime, follow us on Instagram. I am Strawberry Stitcher.
I'm Simply X Stitchin'.
So, for signing off for the last time in 2018, I'm Alison.
I'm Jen.
And we're Stitching Social. So we'll take care. Happy stitching.
Bye, everybody.